Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 2128, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Cliff, and it's under the command of Angelina75, and this is her first submission for this week's contest to win the Weekend Lion. Talon won it last week. Angelina wants it this week. Game on. Well, if you've been watching, oh, it's remarked Shrek there. Yes, if you've been watching, we've had videos already from Talon, and he hasn't been too successful yet because he hasn't been able to get any form of mastery badge for any of his games. In fact, he had two abysmal games where his team did not perform very well at all. And Angelina's looking to try and start out the week with a winning game. Might be an ace tanker, could be something else. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, she's loaded, ready to go. Now she's got a 203mm howitzer, capable of 900 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armor, and she fires at that spot there. Now that was very close to where that Shure MV7X was actually hovering, just at the top of the cliff. And I have the reason he was actually up there, because a T-49 from our team also made it up onto the cliff area. And yes, she's having a quick look now to see where he is. In fact, he's not the only one up there. It's a Star 1 and a Canonian Jagdpanzer as well. Rams out. This looks good. Oh my god. Angelina's got her first kill. She just took out the Star 1 on the enemy team, who's badly damaged. And she splashed him to death. And the Canonian Jagdpanzer took some damage as well, 132 hit points. Well, we didn't see how much damage she did to the Star 1, so it's not showing on her list at all, her damage list, but she definitely did some. Okay, she spotted a Barask up on the donut, but she's getting a red line at the moment, which kind of indicates something is blocking her field of fire, and that might be one of the towers nearby. Okay, she's lined up, rounds out. That was good. That was a splash for 284. But she's going to have to change position. Now, I like the way she did that. She turned to the right and then backed away, which actually meant that she was going in the right direction. She just moved laterally slightly to one side. It also gives her the ability to shoot up onto the donut now. And that Barask has been replaced by an Emil 2. And we did see another tank. I didn't spot what it was for a short while. Oh, it's a CS-59. Now, I think that's going to be the one. Rounds out. Direct hit. 349. This is starting to be a very good game for Angelina. She's starting to hit the enemy for a lot of damage. And she's already got a kill. And the CS-59 goes down. This is turning out to be a good game. Now, up on top of the hill, the enemy's got two tanks, a Shure MV7X and that Canonian Jagdpanzer 105. And Angelina is loaded, ready to go. Now, she can time it to put a shell down whilst that Shure MV7X is on that spot. She might get some damage. Rounds out. She did get 46 hit points off the Shure MV7X. She's moving, changing position again. This is very good because it's exactly what you have to do if you want to avoid getting shot by the enemy Arty for a counter battery. You can see the Canonian Jagdpanzer is now out in the open. He was hiding behind the lighthouse a second or so ago, but now he's out in the open. We can easily get a shot if we can see him. In the meantime, there's a VK100-01P trying to make his way round, and Angelina styling in. Rounds out. Direct hit! Right on the money again. 401 hit points. You know, Angelina is so good at getting accurate shots. Just like Talon, I think the two of them have been watching each other play and increasing their ability to get accurate shots on the enemy. It just makes them very, very dangerous. Whenever you come across somebody who knows what they're doing, can put the shell accurately Of course, what we'd like as well is for the team to actually shoot at the enemy tanks that Angelina's stunning. She hasn't got any stun assistance so far at all, but she does have 1,200 hit points at very least of stun assist. And there's that Shure MV7X again, hiding behind the rock. Now, it's a very difficult shot. If she fires, she'll more than likely hit the rock rather than the actual tank. And that's why she's holding off shooting for the moment. But you don't want to hold off too long, because then obviously you miss out on an opportunity. And now we've got a Forest Spirit, one of the new tanks that came into the game recently from the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. The Char got tracked. He was just tracked, so she's fully dialed in. She might be able to lob a shell over the top of that rock into him. And he won't be able to move if he gets tracked. And there he is. She lines it up. She's careful to try not to get a rescue boom. Unfortunately, all she got was some stun from that one. And yet again, her teammates are not shooting up that high. Okay, the BK's exposed, but yes, we just saw the CC1 Mark II just took out our Super Pershing. Okay, so we're one tank up on the enemy, but they do have position up here. She fired the round in there because there was a good possibility the VK would actually be behind that bush. And now the CC1 Mark II is on the move. He's trying to get closer to the convoy. Looks like that shell came from our M53, M55, and he's been spotted by the Shure MV7X who's coming in fast. Okay, he's got tracked. Loaded. Ramps out. It is a direct hit for 408, but it's not enough to kill him. And our M53 is running for it as fast as he can, but the kill shot comes in from the convoy. Angelina didn't get spotted. So she got a fair amount of damage there. The poor Skoda T50 says he's tipped over. I'm not sure. Oh, yes, I can see where he is. He's actually on the other side of the map, near the cliff edge, near the sniper's nest. He's gone down the side of the cliff and flipped. And the Martians, well, he's too far away to actually do anything at the moment. Angelina's going for the CC1 Mark II. He's gone right onto the edge of the cliff there to try and avoid the convoy. And Angelina's having a lot of difficulty with the battle assistant trying to get it to focus. That's why I use that special battle assistant from Armor Inspector, because it doesn't do that. It won't go into the scenery. It's a kind of fixed one. And she's now moving to get out of the area because the convoy's gone. And the Skoda's just gone as well. The enemy Shrek got him. So Angelina's now headed towards the enemy cap area. Of course, if the CC1 Mark II catches her, then it will be curtains. Now that Shrek is up in the sniper's nest area, but not quite in it. He's just around the corner, and we've got no shot on him from here. But the big worry is, what is that CC1 Mark II going to do? Our Vipero is returning to cover our cap area, so at least that's been done. And he has been spotted. Okay, Angelina's going to engage. There he is. Just lining the shot up, working out where to put the shell. He stopped. Rounds out. Direct hit. 138. Oh, we lost the Vipero, but our Shrek with the 3 marks is going for that CC1. And that was the M53, M55 tracking him. Now, the Shrek is moving around to a much more advantageous position, but unfortunately, that Canoni Jagdpanzer is still in the play somewhere. Angelina's going to get another shot at the CC1 Mark II. Here we go. Line it up, try and work out where he's going, and rounds out. She gets a direct hit. It doesn't wipe him out. 354. He's on 18 hit points. 1 shot, and he's out the game. He's just behind that bush. He can't be anywhere else. There's that Canoni Jagdpanzer. He was up there all the time. Okay, our Shrek has abandoned that position. I think he did get hit by the Canoni Jagdpanzer, and he's lost some hit points. And now we're facing the possibility of that Shrek and the other Shrek causing this battle to go one way or the other. Angelina is making a move towards the enemy cap area as close as she can dare get, so she can get a shot on the enemy Shrek, but he's hiding behind that rock. Meanwhile, our Shrek is actually trying to get up onto the cliff. So he can take out that Canonian Jagdpanzer. Okay, now might be the time to go up onto the donut. From the donut, we might be able to shoot up onto the cliff top and get that Canonian Jagdpanzer, or at least stun him. Oh, the Shrek managed to kill the enemy Shrek from the lighthouse area, and now he's going up to try and kill the Canonian Jagdpanzer as well. Meanwhile, Angelina's guarding this pass from that CC1 Mark II. He hasn't tried to cap. He probably thinks he'll get spotted and killed. And there he is. She's going to auto aim on. Oh, she missed it. Oh, she's been spotted and she gets hit. I would have auto aimed onto him. That would have been easier, but unfortunately Angelina didn't engage auto aim. And I think, yes. But the game is over because that enemy tank, the CC1 Mark II, is gone. Well, that was a very exciting battle right at the end because we didn't know where that CC1 Mark II had gotten to. And it turned out he was coming up behind us, and Angelina was perfectly right to be turned around, facing in his direction, ready for him to suddenly approach. I thought that the M53, M55 would be the first one to spot him, and apparently, yes, that he didn't go for the M53. He actually fired at Angelina when Angelina fired at him, because he probably thought that Angelina had already fired her load and she couldn't fire back again. And it turned out that way, but the problem is that by doing that, he exposed himself to fire from a different direction, and the Malshan was able to get the shot that killed him off and won the game. At least I think that's the way it went. We can check that when we see the team score. Angelina got a third-class tanker out of that game, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she managed to get 8. She didn't get any other medals, but she did get a very high win rate, 2,619, which is Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, she didn't get the highest damage in this game because that went to the Shrek. Yes, you can see why this guy has 3 marks of excellence on his barrel. He managed to get a high caliber and 4,292 hit points of damage. Second place was the Skoda T50 with 3,016 hit points. And in third place, it was the Emil 2 on the enemy team, who got 2,701. Now, there was another enemy tank who managed to get more hit points than Angelina, so that puts Angelina in 5th place when it came to damage, because Angelina got 2,594, just a short distance under the CC1 Mark II who actually killed her. That was the guy who killed her. He got 2,637 in 4th place. And we can see that he was actually killed by Fokkers 103. Yes, please, I didn't say that rude word. I said Fokkers, and that's an actual real word. Of course, it's Meet the Fokkers is the name of a film. I know they were playing on the pun, but yes. So he was killed by Fokkers 103, and Fokkers 103, I think we can see, is the M53, M55. So he did turn around and actually blasted the CC1 Mark II directly after he killed Angelina. So yes, it did help. I thought it was the Malshan that did it. No, it wasn't. It was the M53, M55. Anyway, we go back to the number of kills, and we can see that the Shrek managed to get 5 kills, 1 short of getting a top gun, and 1/3 of the enemy team. And the CC1 Mark II managed to get 4 kills in 2nd place, and 2 kills went to the Malshan, the M53, M55 on our team, the 212A on the enemy team, and their K2. Angelina only got the 1 kill in the game, but she did get a large amount of damage. When it came to base XP, Angelina's in 4th place because the Shrek managed 1,502, the only player to get over 1,000. 834 went to the Skoda T50, 757 went to the Malshan, who also picked up a steel wall in that game, and 743 went to Angelina in 4th. Angelina fired 12 rounds in the game, got 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but she did get 12 splash. Damage of 2,594 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She received 2 hits, both penetrating shots, and they did wipe her out. Both came from the CC1 Mark II. She damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, but didn't get a Confederate. Now that's a bit odd, because you would have thought, with a 6 difference like that, there should have been a Confederate. And if we look at the team score, we can have a look at the number of tanks. Well, maybe the Shrek would have got it. He was 9 and 5. No, so it's not him. And who else might have had enough hits to actually get that Confederate? I'm looking down the list, and maybe the GW Tiger on the enemy team. Yes, there you go. 10 and 1. He was very, very busy, that GW Tiger. He was the one with the Confederate. Of course, it would be Arty, wouldn't it? Because we're the ones who do reach out and touch people in inappropriate ways during the battle. And of course, yes, he was very, very busy, but he didn't get that many kills. He only got the 1 kill, just like Angelina. But of course, just like Angelina, he was busy collecting names, but Angelina didn't get enough to get that Confederate. Anyway, if we look at the rest of the detail, we can see that Angelina got 18 hit points of damage assist, 565 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. Not a whole lot there. That's why she only got a 3rd class and not a 2nd or a 1st class. On a free-to-play account, she earned 24,313 credits for the battle, and after repair and ammunition resupply, actually ended up with a loss of 12,453 credits for the game. If she'd actually had a premium account, she still would have made a loss, but it only would have been 297 credits for the battle. 743 base XP, times 2 for the first victory, 1,486 experience points altogether. So, yes, she says no Confederate. Well, we know why. It was the GW Tiger on the enemy team who did better. But even so, Angelina is still in the lead. Because not only did she get a 3rd class and a bruiser, which of course, Talon only got a bruiser medal and a Confederate, it means that Angelina is definitely in the lead, because look at that win rate, 2,619, and that's much higher than Talon's scores so far. I think he did fairly well on his Lakeville one. Can't remember precisely what the win rate for that one was, but certainly this puts Angelina in the lead, and now Talon's going to have to beat this score. So in the next couple of days, we're probably going to see a few more replays from Talon. In fact, I've already seen one, which is a bit disappointing, but maybe there will be some more in the near future. So congratulations to Angelina for getting the lead. Let's see if she keeps it. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.